I never had issues with Somalians. I never had issues with Somalians for one day until when they started rejecting black people. Until when they started advocating themselves and started showing themselves as Arabs and showing that they have crystal clear, different skin, blah, 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 that black is a color. Until when they started troubling the people that built America, that was when I started having issues with Somalians, right? And I've never supported Trump. You guys know. The orange man is not my person. That's just the honest truth. But you see what he's doing with these Somalians? I feel like that's a good catch. That's a good catch because people that has not identified with black people, people that don't want to even identify with black Americans, why do I need to advocate for them? Why do I need to stand for them? I'm not a pretender. You know, a lot of people have called me pretender in my comment section. I've seen hate comments. I've seen some people say, oh, stop laughing. Please, life is not hard, okay? Life is not hard. Life is very simple. Life is, in as much as we're passing through a lot of difficulties every single day, life is simple. Life is just simple. Laugh it out, share it out, be you, be real, and don't be fake. So I don't fake it here. And for Somalians, I can tell you the honest truth that I have never had any hatred for them until I started hearing them saying they are not black, they don't want to associate with black, they don't want to have anything to do with black people. So, and the last time I checked, they now want black people to come out for them. Like, how is it going to be possible? Like, let me know. Like, let it make sense to me. But anyways, I want you guys to see that now Somalians will definitely leave that particular country that was promised to them 300 years ago. Oh my God. I don't know. Maybe they will come to Nigeria that is promised to them 10 years ago. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Sonia. Subscribe, like, comment, and share. Credit belongs to the original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in our today's episode. And guys, with that being said, for educational purposes only, for disclaimers, let's dive right into this video. Watch the clips I have for you guys, and I'll be back with commentaries.
America's not Donald Trump. America is better than Donald Trump, and we're gonna last after him. We're gonna be here now. We're gonna be tomorrow. We're gonna be 20 years from now. If you stop fraud, you have to stop fraud right at your home. We have a president who is already frauding the country. Don't come to Minnesota. I'm here lawfully. I'm not worried about my status, but I'm worried some crazy guy might grab me and he might shoot me like Renee Good. I'm really scared because she was actually born in America. I haven't born in America, but she got killed while she was born in America. So where am I? Almost every customer I pick up, I think they may be ICE. There are rumors ICE is calling Uber or Lyft to cut drivers. Every driver knows that hotel. They say they stay across the street. Every hotel is suspect because they stay in hotels. I think that's why we need ICE out. ICE is bad for almost everything. You know, it's bad for business, bad for people, bad for the state, bad for America. America is better than this. It doesn't matter what it takes. I believe America is good. You know, good people. I'm American. I believe like anybody else. I deserve anything Americans deserve. ICE is bad for everything. And if we don't stop, it's gonna go worse. We cannot accept it to people getting dragged from their cars, houses, you know. And sometimes they end up dragging citizens. They drag everybody. They deported Native Americans. That's sad. I mean, they can deport you if you don't like Donald Trump. That's the whole point, you know. That's what it shows. But we're not running away. I'm gonna do my share. Everybody should come out. Everybody should reject this bad thing.
Nobody talks about the fact that $19 billion at a minimum is missing in Minnesota, given to a large degree by Somalians. They've taken it. Somalians, can you imagine? And they don't do it. A lot of very low IQ people, they don't do it. Other people work it out, and they get them money, and they go out and buy Mercedes Benzes, and they come from here, they have no money. They never had money. They never had a life. They never had a government. They never had a country, because there's basically no country. Somalia is not even a country. They don't have anything that resembles a country. And if it is a country, it's considered just about the worst in the world. They come here and they become rich and they don't have a job. I was told that Ilhan Omar is worth $30 million. She never had a job. She's a crooked congressman.
When you wake up and find out your temporary status is gone.
Trump administration is ending the temporary protected status of Somali migrants. Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem telling Fox News, temporary means temporary.
Yep. That's the definition.
Country conditions in Somalia have improved to the point that it no longer meets the law's requirement for temporary protected status.
Which means you good, boo. You can go home.
Further, allowing Somali nationals to remain temporarily in the United States is contrary to our national interests. We are putting Americans first.
We got till March 17th to get the heck out, but I love how little mama says, oh, no. He doesn't have the power to do that. How people think that Trump can't make a call or two before he gets on social media. Yo, I'm just calling to make sure that I can remove this temporary status bullshit real quick before I post this. Yeah? Okay, cool. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, a bill was introduced like a week ago to get these MFs out.
Today, you introduced a bill that would terminate temporary protected status for people from Somalia.
Somalia and also 17 other countries that have people that are here illegally, that have no business being in this country at all, that want to see harm done to my fellow Americans. And what prompted this was the complete derelict of duty that we saw from Governor Walz and what happened in Minnesota. These people, according to my bill, will now have about 180 days to self-deport, and that goes with them and everyone else from the other 17 countries.
Duh. Like, why would you have a law that says you cannot be an illegal immigrant and your punishment is deportation, and then have a law that protects illegal immigrants from deportation? What Democrat wrote this bullshit?
So I know everybody heard about Donald Trump sending Somalians home by March 17th. They all got to be gone. I'm mad as fuck. I'm not even gonna lie, man. These white people always bothering somebody, yo. I know I talk shit about the Somalians, but damn, yo. You know what I mean? Shit just make me want to buy whatever property y'all got for cheap. If y'all got any property, I'll buy that shit. Let me know. And I want to know, by the way, who get the keys to the Leering Center? I want it because I got a bunch of kids, and I know they kids got kids now, so I needed some way to bring all these badass kids. And is there any Congress positions for sale? I know a lot of y'all were senators in Minnesota and shit like that, so if y'all got any positions for sale, let me know, man. I'll see y'all later, man. I'll be down here to visit.
Say that to Barack Hussein Obama. Say it to him. Let me explain something to you. The day that man became president with that middle name, and my middle name was Usman, I was like, this is my country. I wanted to buy a gun. All of a sudden, I wanted to buy a Remington shotgun, vintage, like from the 1800s, but it's very expensive, so I don't want it that much. I dare you to tell the president, the former president of the United States of America, Barack Hussein Obama, that he's not American. So if a man, and he's Kenyan too.
This is an actual post of the official account of the United States government, the official Homeland Security account posted this. Look what it says. I am the captain now. Look at the post. Do you know what it's in reference to? I'll show you. This is the tweet they were quoting. DHS and USCIS are ending temporary protected status for Somalia. Temporary means temporary. Somali nationals with TPS are now required to leave the United States by March 17, 2026. Today is February, by March. So they have like 90 something days to leave the United States, or they will be deported. And once you're deported, you already know what that means. They usually won't let you back in, or it's incredibly hard. So you either leave of your own volition, or they deport you. They have till the 17th of March. With that said, all the Somali baddies out here looking for a husband, holla at your boy. 200 camels is my groom price. You know, no, I'm joking, but no, seriously, this is not even a joke anymore.
Okay, so on today's episode of Who is Trump Gonna Punk, we're back to the Somalians. So Trump administration ends temporary protection status for thousands of Somalis in the United States. It says, time's up. Thousands of Somali nationals living in the U.S. must leave the country by March 17th after the Trump administration's decision to end temporary protection status for Somalia. The move comes as DHS continues ICE operations in Minnesota following widespread fraud scheme involving members of the Somali community that has plagued the state. How do we feel about it? I mean, personally, if you're here committing crimes, especially to that magnitude, then you don't need to be here. It's just that simple. And just like I told you guys, I can't go down to Tijuana and start committing crimes and then expect the government to have mercy on me and or the people. So if you want to be in America and you're doing your thing, like, then whatever, that's cool. But if you want to be in America and you're running rackets to the tune of millions and billions of dollars, I can't feel bad for you. And he's giving them time. He's telling them, you have until the March 17th. That's 2 months, right? Yeah. So what is the overall opinion on this? I mean, he's definitely on a good one, but I can't say I disagree with this.
This morning, President Trump is ending temporary protected status for Somalia, which will affect thousands of Somalis currently living in the U.S. Somali migrants with TPS will be required to leave the country by March 17th. That's according to a social post by White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt and U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services. Somali people have been at the center of the recent immigration enforcement surge in the Twin Cities after national attention on fraud in Minnesota involving some members of the Somali community. Now, the U.S. has recognized Somalia as being eligible for TPS in 1991. It's often offered to immigrants from certain countries that are impacted by safety conditions like natural or man-made disasters.
Trump just ended temporary protective services for Somalis. Here's everything you need to know. They've had it since 1991. They got it because either there was war there or there was famine, and that allowed them to come here, and they've been protected since 1991. By Trump ending it by March 17th, they have to either already be gone by then or they're up for deportation. They could try to opt into different programs if they have any criminal background. That's going to be hard to do. It's important to also identify that they can still come, Somalis, that is, if they're sponsored by a family member, and there's a few other programs, but this limits how many of them can actually come now. It really only affects areas like Minnesota where there's a bigger population of them. But again, it's only, with estimates, 750 to 2,500 people who have actually lost temporary protective services. So it's not a huge number like it was with the Venezuelans. And who else did he end? I think it was the Colombians.
Look at this post. This is what clear leadership looks like. The Trump administration is ending temporary protected status for Somalis in the United States. And here's the key part people keep ignoring. They're being given a choice. No chaos, no surprise raids, no confusion. You can leave on your own or the government will enforce the law. That's it. That's how a sovereign country is supposed to operate. Listen, it's simple. Temporary means temporary. It was never meant to be permanent residency. And pretending otherwise is exactly how we ended up with this broken system to begin with. This isn't anti-immigrant. It's pro-law, pro-order, and pro-America. Every country on earth enforces its borders. The United States is not evil for finally doing the same. And for anyone screaming about cruelty, this is actually the most humane option possible. Notice, time, and a chance to leave voluntarily. This is what leadership looks like, and this is why the people voted for Donald Trump. He gets things done and doesn't apologize for it. Have a great day, Patriot.
I don't know if y'all heard, but Trump just ended TPS for Somalis. They got till March 17th to figure it out, y'all. They could either self-deport, which Trump always encouraged because it comes with incentives. I could only imagine how much 1,000 USD could take you in Somalia. You could probably buy a couple of goats. I don't know what they buy out there, but yeah, I know spaghetti and bananas. That's an infinite spaghetti and banana glitch, you know. But 3,900, about 3,900 of them is impacted by this decision. Yeah, 2,500 with the status that's going to end, and then there were like maybe 1,400 applications pending, which will be voided because it doesn't make sense to end TPS, but then think about the pending applications, right? Oh, this is the good news. According to the administration, conditions have improved in Somalia. So that's good for Somalia, of course, the country and the people. So conditions have improved. And Kristi Noem stated that temporary being the key word, temporary status. So yeah, they're going through with this March 17th. You either could self-deport and get all the incentives that come with self-deportation, or DHS will help you March 17th to figure it out for yourself if you can't make that decision. For
350,000 Haitians by ending temporary protected status, claiming that Haiti is very safe to return to. There was a hearing this week in federal court to determine whether Kristi Noem, head of Department of Homeland Security, ended TPS for Haiti lawfully. Now, temporary protected status exists for only one reason: to not return people to countries where it's dangerous. At the moment, based on everything we know, Haiti's run by gangs. The president of Haiti was assassinated a while back. The United Nations is calling Haiti a life and death emergency situation. Trump administration thinks it's a perfectly beautiful country to return to. But in court this week, a federal judge asked the Department of Homeland Security attorneys a very simple question. Did you actually review the conditions in Haiti before ending temporary protected status? And the only evidence of any investigation in terms of the safety to return to Haiti done by Kristi Noem, head of Department of Homeland Security, was a one-sentence email from the State Department to the Department of Homeland Security saying State Department has no foreign policy concerns in Haiti. That's it. That was the entire investigation. After this hearing, the federal judge said she will be making a decision before February 2nd, when TPS is scheduled to end for Haiti. So let me tell you what the law says. To end TPS, the Department of Homeland Security has to do a good faith, evidence-based determination that it's safe to return Haitian immigrants to Haiti. I don't think the one-sentence email from the State Department satisfies those requirements. In fact, as far as I can tell from this hearing, there was no fact-based evidence, no investigation, no determination by any expert that it's safe to return to Haiti. So the federal judge is going to make a decision before February 2nd, but based on the questioning, I'm anticipating that Haitian TPS will be extended for some period of time. Eventually, it'll make it up to the Supreme Court.
TPS program for Somalia does not align with the facts, the purpose of the program, or the basic humanitarian principle. This decision, we know, is political. It is not logical. It sends a dangerous message to even most clear humanitarian protections can be dismantled without regard for the reality. When protections are stripped from Somalis, despite undeniable conditions, the entire TPS program and the framework of it is broken. And so we are encouraging everyone who's on TPS program to immediately reach out to organizations, or if they have an immigration attorney, please consult with the immigration attorney. Do not make any decisions at this moment without consulting with an immigration.
Hey, you guys. So if I'm here, you guys know I got time for it. What is up with your guy, the president, Trump? He has given the Somali nationals a deadline to leave the United States, March the 17th of 2026. I ain't going to dwell on it because I want to know what y'all think. I want y'all to come here in these comments and let me know what you think about that. Do you support it? You don't support it? And if so, why or why not? And then I'm going to come on with a part 2 after I hear from you. All right.
Anyways, guys, that is all I got for this video. And I'm just going to be honest with you as well. I have never disliked Somalians until when I saw that they don't want anything to do with black people. So you see this on the 17th of March that the orange man is giving them. Hopefully, fingers crossed, the 17th of March worked out, because these people has literally bragged as if they own America. You can see from the first clip I play as well. In fact, that is not even one of the worst clips. There was a clip where I literally saw this Somalian man saying that anything that this president would do, he should go ahead and do it. They remain here, they stay here, they go nowhere, they move nowhere. And sometimes I start asking myself, knowing fully well that there's a lot of controversy online, knowing fully well that a lot of people are even trying to advocate for you people, and your Ilan Omar is still trying every possible best to make sure that you people even stay. You know, that woman is one of the problems they're having as well, right? Yeah. That woman is one of the problems that Somalians is also having. But knowing fully well that she's still trying her possible best to be like, oh, we are going to stay here, we'll remain here, we'll go nowhere. Why do you now come online to troll Americans? Why do you come online to make it look like no matter what they are saying, they are not worth your time? You are gonna be in America. It doesn't change any single thing. Knowing fully well that that's not your country. And even citizens, even if you have a citizenship passport, does that even give you all of that guarantee to say anything like that? Do you get what I'm trying to say? And I can tell you for a whole fact that these people has taken Minnesota as their own land. In fact, they have taken Minnesota as their own country, as their own state. Like, it is more like Somalians are forming another crew when it comes to Minnesota. And they can even quote Bible and tell you that that was the land that God promised them 3,000, 4,000 years ago. In another man's country. In another man's country. So these people they have never loved black people. I can tell you for the facts. They have never, if there's anybody that have loved black person as a Somalian, then it is just 1% of them. You can see how bad their own is. Some videos I'll bring Latino Asians, at least you will see them even talking about black people, like 10% of them. But you see these particular Somalians, it's looking more like they will even use, is that bad to the point of they will use Morocco as an example, saying, oh, Morocco, they are from African countries, but does that mean they are black? They are not black. Black is just this particular color. They will even use something to show that black is just this and that, this particular color, but them as Somalians, they are not black. They idolize the white folks, the same white folks they idolize for, the same white folks they voted for, the same white folks they think that every of their life revolved on. That is the same people that are whooping their ass. That is the same people that are showing them that, man, you can't stay in America. You have to go. You have to look for an exit route. Yes. Because they were thinking he was going to be their all in all. Now, to crown it all that, oh, let's assume that Somalia is very, very nice place, because honestly, from what we've been seeing online, in fact, even there is this particular video I did on TikTok where we literally see these Somalians, older men getting married to all these small girls. And for what we've been seeing about the countries online, how the children, honestly, Somalia is not that great of a country. I will say it. You can go and do your research. So it is a privilege for them to move to another man's country, right? But why not recognize the people that built it? Just imagine these people have literally been associating with black people. These people have not come online to pull out trolls like they are not blacks, they don't belong to black, all of that. Don't you think that we as well would have been advocating for them? Would have been speaking on behalf of them? But right now, what do we say? We are even praying to God and wishing that, oh, that thing that Trump said is going to happen March 17th, let it happen, no? So that these people can go back to their promised land. And most of them make mouth and be like, oh, black people are lazy. Black people don't know how to do anything. Black people are this. They are the one. It's their taxes that black people are eating from, and so on and so forth. Why not move all of that energy back to your country? You people are plenty. You people are many. Like dozens of them in Minnesota. Why not move that energy to your country, develop your country? Don't you think you would have been the best improvement or achievement ever for your country? It's just quite annoying. But anyways, let the will of God be done in the life of Somalians. Let it not be like I'm a very, 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 very bad person. Credit belongs to the original creator of every single clips and stitches we have in our today's episode. If you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Do it, subscribe, like this video, drop in your comment, and lastly, do not forget to share for every other person to get this good news. Disclaimers: this is just for educational purpose, okay? Not to come here and make anyone feel uncomfortable, or not to come here and come and defame anyone, please. For educational purposes only. This is me giving my unopinionistic opinion, as I always call it, right? Anyway, subscribe, like, comment, and share. And yes, with that being said, with no further ado, I do like I always say in my videos, I'm going to be saying bye, and I'll see you guys in my next one. But let me know your honest thoughts in the comment section, because me, I love us to educate each other. I love us to learn from each other. Okay? That's all I got for Somalians. Bye, guys.